let back stop for sometimes because it can cross on the other side without any delay.
Now, governor, this present government just came on board to move to roundabout. And what I know, all I know is that we are now in digital life, almost digital life. We travel to any other state, we see that other states are making use of a traffic light. While it's a welcome development that we see, yes, that this place has been to traffic light.
Speaking of the new phase of the Alagbaka roundabout, a road user, Mr. Christopher Excel, noted that the ongoing project is restoring orderliness and ensuring smoother vehicular movement, while commending Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa's commitment to infrastructure renewal.
So I prefer this place to be like this because the reason why I said I prefer it to be like this is there are free flow of traffic, as in vehicles are going without any jam. You know, when there's roundabout there, sometimes you will see when vehicle is coming down, instead for them to go straight, they would like to want to come to the roundabout, and at the end they will lose their country. Sometimes you see them moving down to the building beside opposite the roundabout, they will just enter there because we have faced a lot of incidents like that, which trailers have entered that place twice, which I have witnessed it. So now they are going free straight down. So that is why I prefer this traffic light to the roundabout.
Others expressed optimism that with these ongoing upgrades, Akure is steadily evolving into a modern, functional, and aesthetically pleasing city that reflects the government's vision of sustainable urban renewal. Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
The Nigerian Customs Service has announced that the final computer-based examination for all successful superintendent cadre applicants will hold on Tuesday, 14 October, across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. According to a statement posted on the NCS Recruitment Update portal, the examination will be conducted simultaneously in designated states and centers based on candidates' states of origin. The service advised shortlisted applicants to log in with their National Identification Number (NIN) to access the examination details, including assigned centers. Candidates are required to print their colored examination slips for presentation at the venue. The designated centers for the examination include Lagos and Osun, Southwest, Enugu and Abia, Southeast, Rivers and Edo, South, Abuja and Kwara, North Central, Boshi and Adamawa, Northeast, and Kaduna and Sokoto, Northwest. NCS warned that failure to report at assigned centers could result in disqualification. President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has charged the newly inaugurated board and management of the South Development Commission to deliver tangible development projects that will uplift the living standards of the people of the South region. Speaking in Abuja when the Commission's leadership paid him a courtesy visit, Akpabio said the SSDC carries a huge responsibility to drive inclusive growth, foster economic development, and align its programs with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. According to a statement by his Special Assistant on Media and Communication, Aniete Ekong, the Senate President said the establishment of the Commission marks a new chapter in the region's developmental journey. Akpabio commended President Tinubu for creating the SSDC, describing it as a well-deserved recognition for a region that has sustained Nigeria's economy for decades through its oil and gas resources. We'll now take a break now. When we come back, we'll give you more stories. Please do stay with us.
When it's bright and early, get your breakfast right. Then you need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Then stay in power, you find it all in peak. Then every week goes on.
Power on every morning with our Peak breakfast to make the most of every day. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Go.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Mental health affects everyone, from genetics and drug use to daily stress and social pressure. Experts say these factors can shape how we think, live, and feel. This was the focus of as the world marked Mental Health Day 2025, where Osrc's Abidemi Akinrotoye reports.
October 10, the world joins hands to raise awareness about mental health, fight stigma, and encourage people to seek help early. The day started in 1992 by the World Federation for Mental Health and supported by the World Health Organization, reminds everyone that mental illness is real and treatable. According to WHO, about 1 in 8 people globally live with a mental health condition. In Nigeria, experts estimate that over 60 million Nigerians are affected by depression, anxiety, or substance abuse. World Mental Health Day reminds us that mental illness can affect anyone. A consultant psychiatrist, Dr. Sajo Sunday, said drug abuse, stress, and trauma are leading causes among young people.
Pregnant woman who is not eating well, a pregnant woman who has infection and infection is not taken care of, and that's why you see people advocate for immunization, for pregnant women to take vaccine. So that some of those vaccines can prevent some viral infection that may affect the brain. So now if somebody is pregnant and then the woman going to substance abuse, abusing drug, alcohol, Indian hemp, cocaine, etc., all these things can affect the brain, the development of the brain of that child as a rule of that particular person. And so later in life, that may lay a predisposition for development of mental health.
A psychologist, Oritoke Okewo, described mental health as a universal human experience, noting that being mentally ill does not mean being mad.
Once you say mental health, a lot of people in the community believe that you're talking about madness or psychosis, and there's a lot of stigma attached to that. So the society is afraid of being tagged as being mentally unstable. So they believe that it's just about, once they say I'm not mentally stable, then that means I'm mad. So you find a lot of people not even wanting to hear about it. So it's as bad as you're talking to somebody and you say, I'm a mental health advocate, I get this a lot. And people are like, oh, you're dealing with the mad people. And I'm like, no, that's not what it's all about, in totality. So there's that stigma in the environment. And of course, this is coming from the fact that there is a lack of awareness and there's lack of education in this line. So people really don't have the understanding, the basic understanding of what mental health is and all the things that surround it. And also when we say mental health, if in our regular society we have very good access to mental health services, then people would not feel stigmatized. Or people would they can associate with it. The way we say let's have churches every 5 minutes drive, or let's have hospitals in every community. If we are having these mental health services all around us, then it becomes a regular thing amongst us, and then people can feel very, very comfortable with it.
She advised Nigerians to watch for signs like sadness, loss of interest, or withdrawal from people. Another psychiatrist, Akinwumi Akinuwoye, who spoke to Osrc on the phone, urged governments and agencies to make mental health care more accessible, especially for people in rural communities.
Just like in response to the global population, at one point in life, 1 out of every 4 will have mental health condition. So that is the situation. But the most important thing is people recognizing that there is something we call mental health, there is something we call mental illness, and then that that this mental illness is a medical condition, and that it will respond favorably to medical interventions, and people should not just be moving around with misinformation about being spiritual problem, about not being medical condition, and all sorts of wrong information outside there that just leave people in perpetual suffering.
With rising costs and unemployment, experts urged Nigerians to protect their minds through exercise, social connection, and avoiding drugs. This year's theme, access to services, mental health in catastrophes and emergencies, calls for stronger mental health support during crises and disasters. Abidemi Akinroturi, Osrc News.
Nigerians have expressed concern over another hike in the price of cooking gas, with a kilogram now selling as high as 1,500 naira in some parts of the country. Despite Nigeria's vast natural gas reserves, the price of cooking gas has remained high, raising questions about what's fueling the surge. In this report, Osrc's Blessing Obe takes a look at the rising cost of cooking gas and the outlook for the domestic market. Her report. The All Progressive Congress APC has announced that Enugu State Governor Peter Mba will officially defect from the People's Democratic Party PDP to the ruling party on Tuesday, October 14, 2025 in Enugu. The Enugu APC caretaker chairman, Dr. Ben Nwoye, after his swearing in at the APC National Secretariat, said Mba would join the ruling party with several lawmakers and key leaders across the state. The APC National Chairman, Professor Lentawe Yelwada, and the Deputy National Chairman, South, Emmanuel Eneko, were inaugurating a 7-member caretaker committee for the party in Enugu, revealed that efforts were underway to strengthen the APC's presence and influence in the southeast. The chairman stated that as the 2027 elections approach, the ruling party is determined to achieve an overwhelming victory. And straight to foreign scene now, France has hosted a high-level meeting of European, Arab, and Muslim foreign ministers in Paris. The talks focus on plans to support Palestinians and rebuild Gaza once the war comes to an end. Officials also discussed ways to strengthen humanitarian aid and revive efforts towards a lasting peace in the Middle East. Olaide Oguniyi has more on the story.
The Qatari Prime Minister arriving at the Lisa Palace in Paris, Sheikh Mohammed Abdulrahman Al Thani, was thanked by President Emmanuel Macron for Qatar's mediation efforts. Macron then joined Al Thani and other foreign ministers from Arab world and Europe for talks of the French Foreign Ministry. Discussion focused on Gaza's future.
All of us today around this table are ready to contribute to support the American peace plan. It needs our honest feedback and our concrete contributions in governance, security, humanitarian aid, and reconstruction.
Ministers discussed how to move towards a two-state solution and the possibility of an international security force for Gaza under UN watch. No word though on which countries could participate. The US didn't join the talks, although France's foreign minister said it would brief his American counterpart.
First, I'd like to mention that Marco Rubio had to cancel his presence today. He was supposed to be here due to the upcoming, to the breakthrough of yesterday night and the upcoming trip of President Trump to the region.
The EU's foreign policy chief said keeping momentum is essential.
I think this is the best chance we have right now, so it is good that we meet also here today with all the actors so that this would really have international backing.
For now, the role of European leaders in the peace process has been limited, but they say having a plan to help shape Gaza's future could change that. Olaide Oguni, Osrc News.
We now go back to our gas price story, where we told you that Nigerians have expressed concern over another hike in the price of cooking gas, with a kilogram now selling for as high as 1,500 naira in some parts of the country. Despite Nigeria's vast natural gas reserves, the price of cooking gas has remained high, raising questions about what's fueling the surge. In this report, Osrc's Blessing Lobe takes a closer look at the rising cost of cooking gas and the outlook for the domestic market. Her report. We sincerely apologize for the poor audio quality of that report. Since regaining control of Afghanistan over 4 years ago, the Taliban government has been gradually restricting the working rights of women. We tell you more of that story after this break. Please do stay with us.
All bets on sports. What is fair? Huge winning. What is fair? High odds. What is fair? Fast pay. What is fair? What is fair?
Bookmaker Company.
Go.
You're welcome back. Since regaining control of Afghanistan over 4 years ago, the Taliban government has been gradually restricting the working rights of women. Women are now allowed employment in only a handful of economic sectors, a situation the United Nations has called the world's most severe crisis for women's rights. Oluwatoyin Kayode has more.
At this workshop in Taliban, interns are learning the skills they hope will provide them with a living in a workforce where being female immediately puts you at a disadvantage. Increasingly marginalized in Afghan society and restricted from doing a large number of jobs, sewing is one trade where women can work freely.
It is challenging for us as women face many obstacles when leaving their homes. However, thanks to the support of the Chamber of Commerce and the Ministry of Commerce, we are still able to work freely.
The Taliban government defends its restrictions, saying they are in line with Islamic principles. But even making a success from the garment trade has become harder recently. Shuaiba Akrami has turned to technology to help reach her markets, selling products online to customers throughout Europe and Asia.
Online business has become the best option for Afghan girls, especially now that so many opportunities are blocked for them in our society. Many girls are earning an income through online sales.
But the recent blackout of all internet services across Afghanistan came as a shock to her and other online entrepreneurs, adding just one more challenge for business women already facing so many hurdles. Oluwatoyin Kayode, Osrc News.
We now go straight to sport. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have brightened their chances of qualifying for next year's World Cup. In a match day 9 tie concluded just a few minutes ago, the Nigerian team recorded a 2-1 win over Lesotho. The win now gives Nigeria 14 points from 9 matches. The Super Eagles will face Benin Republic on Tuesday in the final qualifying tie. Meanwhile, South Africa and Zimbabwe settled for a goalless draw in another qualifying match, while Benin Republic defeated Rwanda by a lone goal. Anticipated Odatiwa Under-17 football tournament, an age-grade competition designed to showcase the young talent and promote unity through sport. At the unveiling in Akure to signal the commencement of the competition, Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development Henry Omoyofumi said the tournament will feature 36 teams representing all 18 local government areas of Ondo State, with 2 teams per local government. Our correspondent Benga Oluwajano tells us more.
The atmosphere was lively and filled with excitement at the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development as stakeholders, players, and sport enthusiasts gathered for the official press briefing on the Odatiwa football competition.
With this initiative, we are creating a...
Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development Henry Omoyofumi in his address outlined the modalities of the competition and emphasized that it is aimed at discovering raw football talents across the 18 local government areas of Ondo State.
The Governor's Cup will feature 36 teams representing 18 local government areas of Ondo State with 2 teams per local government. The format of the competition. Group stage, 36 divided into 9 groups of 4. Each team play a round robin. Knockout stage, 9 group winners plus 7 runners of 16. Quarter-final, semi-final, and final.
He commended Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa for his unwavering support for sports development, assuring that the competition will be transparent, well organized, and rewarding for participating teams.
Beyond football, this competition is a celebration of unity and cultural identity. We believe that sport have the power to bring people together, irrespective of background, tribes, and belief. As our youth play side by side, representing their local government with pride, they remind us that we are one Ondo family, united by purpose and passion. Each match will serve as a symbol of peace, discipline, and mutual respect.
There was goodwill messages from stakeholders who praised the initiative and pledged support towards ensuring the success of the tournament.
On behalf of all the 17 local government I'm here representing, I want to commend this laudable initiative of the ministry, bringing such a relief and support in the area of sport in a time like this.
We are going to discover 1 or 2 that is going to be one of the future tomorrow, and that is going to represent the state to the national level.
Talent discovered should be nurtured and ensured that they become a formidable team for states.
A major highlight of the event was the presentation of the competition trophy to Governor Ayedatiwa through the Commissioner, a symbolic gesture marking the Governor's endorsement of the championship. With the unveiling of the trophy, the Odatiwa football competition is officially set in motion, rekindling hopes for grassroots football revival and giving young players a platform to shine. Benga Oluwajano, Osrc News.
With that sports story, we have come to the end of the bulletin tonight. But before we go, let's take a look at the main point. we told you that Ondo State government has initiated various projects aimed at beautifying and modernizing the state capital, Akure. As today marks World Mental Health Day, experts have urged Nigerians to protect their minds through exercise, social connection, and avoiding drugs, urging government and agencies to make mental health care more accessible for people. Also told you that the All Progressives Congress APC has announced that Enugu State Governor, with several lawmakers and key leaders across the state, will officially defect from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the ruling party. And from the foreign scene, we told you that the United Nations has called Afghanistan's restriction on women employment rights as the most severe crisis facing the country. And that's it on the news tonight. Well, thank you for being a part of it. Good evening.
Go.